Hello YouTube, welcome back to my little video channel. It's Boxing Day. I'm out again on my bike. Well, the weather's not too bad. It's a little bit chilly but not terrible. Hope everybody's had a good Christmas. And I had fun. Boxing Day now, so lucky enough I've still got 2 more days off before I go back to work, which is good. So I'm out of my car on the bike again. It's funny, isn't it? I've been on my bike for 8 weeks, and this last few days I've been on it more times than in a long time. That makes sense. Yeah, just take you along with me on a nice little gentle ride. I was thinking to myself yesterday, is a 250 with 26 horsepower enough to keep yourself occupied and entertained in a motorcycle way? I really think this bike does what it's meant to. The only time I actually miss power or faster bike than this is when I'm out on the open roads. The country lanes and stuff like that is fine. Just when you got a long drag, I mean that's the only really long stretch without any corners or bends, and that's the only downside of the bike. Was as I always say, we're only meant to do 60 miles an hour, aren't we? On these back roads or normal A roads. But where I live, there's no motorways whatsoever, so that's not really a problem. And another thing a little downside is when you see big bikes bombing away and whatever. We've all done it, and that's the only two times really I miss having a big bike. And that's the negatives, I suppose, having a little CC engine, not much horsepower. But on the other hand of that, the plus side is that you get a very comfortable ride on this little Suzuki. And another plus side, it's fantastic on petrol. I'm getting about 87 miles per gallon. That's UK gallons if you ride it reasonable. Obviously if you start to go a bit faster than 60 etc, it will use a bit more. But the very worst I've actually had out for a gallon on this bike is 72, and that's actually giving it some when you're in the mood, you know what I mean? So really you can't complain. Another plus side, insurance is super cheap, really cheap. Believe it or not, this little Suzuki Inazuma cost me less than my old Honda CBF 125, which is a bit strange to me, but I'm not complaining. So that's another plus. Another plus, obviously not quite as good as a 125, is the road tax. It's £54 a year, which I don't think that's bad really. Don't understand it myself, but when you get like cars in the UK, you can tax them for £20 per year, which is very strange. So yeah, so the tax is reasonable, insurance is reasonable. And another plus, obviously I can only speak with my little 250 Suzuki. Very reliable, so predictable. I think it's these type of roads where you don't stop for a while, where it's a bit of a slog. Don't get it wrong, it's not terrible though. Just I know a few years back when I had my big bike, so I used to bomb down here doing 100 plus. I think that's the time I do miss having a big bike on these type of roads, but yeah, it's alright. It still does it, no problem. End of the day, she still cruises at 60, purring away. But looking up where I live, there's not really such long straights where I live, so that's a good thing. If I did have a lot of long straights, I probably wouldn't keep the little bike. But from where I live, it's all country roads, back lanes and stuff. This is probably the biggest road we've got round here. But like I said, she owns the road fine. So is a little 250 with 26 horsepower enough? I think it is. If you want to stay within the law, definitely. Like I say, with the speed limits. Another good thing I forgot to mention since I've had this bike, it keeps you honest, and I've never had a speeding ticket since. And thank you to the little 250s, which I had a CBR 250 before. That was absolutely, how can I say it, very vibrating, so I didn't keep that long. Then I had the Kawasaki Ninja 250R, the 2009 model, the fuel injected one. I love that little bike, but just something about it, just couldn't get on with it. So I couldn't keep that. I didn't keep it for long. Then, as I said, I had sold all my big bikes and got the Honda CBF 125 2009. I had some fun on that. Oh, it's weird anyway, you can have a lot of fun on little bikes. But coming down this kind of road with the wind, oh, you're lucky if you get 45 mile an hour out of it. 50 on a good day, where the 250 like this, it'll cruise at 60-70 mile an hour, no problem. With that in mind, I can't really fault the little 250. Anyway, so the question is, do I regret buying this Suzuki 250? And the answer is no, not really. I really do enjoy the little bike. See, I come from a different mindset. Obviously, if you come down from a big bike, you think it's gutless, which most people would think that way. So, but if you did what I did, like had a big bike and gradually downgraded, like I say, I ended up having a little 125 for 2 years, but I still had me big bike, me like Honda CBR 650F. I had that for a year while I had the little 125. Got the kit around here. I don't know if it's icy or not. Still bloody cold. Probably 1 degrees. Anyway, I was saying, like, when you're in that mindset, if you come off a 125, well, let's face it, they're good fun, but they're bloody gutless. With that in mind, yeah, I think it's done what I wanted it to. So do I regret buying it? No. Do I miss having power? Of course I do. If you ever got used to having power and you go down, you'll always miss the power. But like I said, my mindset was just to get into something a little bit bigger than a 125 with a bit more power, and she'll cruise at 60, 70 mile an hour, and it's perfect. I've had this bike now, like I say, 2 years, just over 2 years now, and my mind, it's already planted in my head, you know, it's not a speed machine. So with that in mind, yeah, I think she's a good little bike. I've had some good fun on this little bike, really good fun on it. I was hoping all the roads were dry, but obviously not. Yeah, so I'm still having fun on it. Question is, will I get a bigger bike in the future? Maybe next year? Maybe. And well, don't kid myself, yes I will. I will get a bigger bike. Just still saving them pennies up, and will I sell this little 250? Well, the answer is no, I won't sell it. I'll use it as a workhorse. Obviously I'll still look after it, still treat it well, keep it clean and rust free, etc. But a workhorse. At the end of the day, the dealerships, etc. will not offer me great money for the bike anyway. So that's just the way it is nowadays. The bike's worth more to me than what they offer me. I made that mistake before trading the bike in. I only got hardly anything for it and I regretted it. I've always had 2 bikes. I've always had 2 bikes in my time. It's only this last few years or so I've only had the one. Yeah. I'm hoping the wind noise is not so bad now, because I bought a new memory card and replaced the microphone in a different position. So hopefully the sound isn't too bad. Sun's bright though. Very bright, because I've got my dark visor on. But cold. But I'm still having fun without going silly speeds. Anyway, so a little summary before I say bye. If you are thinking about getting a little 250, do it. You still have fun. And if other bikers say, oh, you get bored with that, you probably will, but look on the plus side. Cheap to run, cheap to insure, cheap to tax, and you will, touch wood, lucky enough, you keep your licence. Which, let's face it, a big powerful sports bike, which I've had, I was on 9 points at one stage. No good if you abandoned. Can't ride a bike, can't ride any bike. Anyway, hope this helps. Dragged on a little bit this video, biker boy. Hope this little video helps. As I always say, ride safe, keep smiling. Bye for now. and open. So